Yo, what's going on? It's Terrell, Hall of Fame, D-Line, TBKC, and all that sweet, beautiful, wonderful shit. Look, man, and I gotta adjust my hat. This and got beat up, but look, this is the way it is, right? As we talk more and more about the dogs, I'm going to explain more about the parts of the dogs that you guys may not understand. Let's go into, say, for instance, the feet. Why is it so important, and why should it not be looked over when a dog has splayed feet, crooked feet, whatever the case may be? I want to break these down, and I want to do another series of videos. If you look way back on this page, you'll see I did them before, but I'm going to give you guys information that maybe you'll get a better understanding of why these things are so important. The reason that the feet are so important is because it's the base. Everything starts there. Now, if you don't understand how a dog's paw works, it's like my hand, right? Well, you want it to be more like this. See, that's stable. That's why the feet are, you want them together. Not like this, because as they spread, what happens is the ligaments stretch. That's generally why the toes are apart. But it changes the dynamic of the function of the feet. Think of it like how when you're walking, your toes actually control your balance. Now, your toes are small and seem to be not that important until you hurt one and you realize that, damn, every move I make is one of these toes. Your big toe is one of your main balancing things. This is why in the NFL, if somebody gets turf toe, they really can't play because they can't change directions on the thing at all. It makes the whole foot useless. Well, with a dog, what it does is if the per se toes are not working properly, or splayed like that, it distributes the foot back to the pad. So we'll look at that more so as you walking on your heel all the time. Okay, if you're walking on your heel all the time, what's going to happen? The shock is actually going directly into the knee now, instead of the normal way that the shock starts at the toes, comes through the base of the foot, up through the ankle, to the knee. It's a lot less stress. But now if you're walking on the heel of your foot, what are you getting? A straight shock to the knee. So what the dog will start to do is they'll start to adjust that knee. And you'll start to see them sometimes bow their legs, or they'll kick out a little bit to take the stress off of there because the abrasion is starting to hurt. Well, when they kick out a little bit, that causes a new problem, which generally leads to shoulder issues. It goes the same way. From the shoulder issues, they start to adjust, and the next place it goes into is the back. You can see, and dogs can develop back issues. This is why starting at the feet is so important to have very, very tight structure, because as I've explained to you guys, and of course in the next videos it'll be somewhat redundant, but that foot starts off everything. You know what I mean? If you've ever had a rock in your shoe, you'll notice how important that foot is. I promise you rarely ever see a dog that lives a very, very long life walking and moving well with turned feet or splayed feet. Now, the thing about Eastie Westie is a similar thing. The foot is turned. It's not properly placed. So therefore, if it's turned inwards, it's causing an outward stress on the outside of the ankle. If it's turned outwards, it's causing an inside stress. Wherever that stress point is, the dog will start to hurt on that point. It'll adjust. It'll turn the elbows one way. It'll adjust the shoulders because of the pain. But because those shoulders are getting weight displaced properly, they'll start to hurt. It's the same process over and over again, and this is why I emphasize tight cat paws. You want those legs straight, and then you want them to go straight down into that paw, and you want the weight distribution on the foot to be appropriate. If the weight distribution on the foot is appropriate, what you will get is you will get a better overall dog. You will get a better overall ankle, you'll get a better overall elbow, really total movement. You would be surprised at just how bad feet can throw off the total movement of this dog. Now, we have gotten to the point to, I'm going to be honest with you guys, we should not even really be breeding a lot of dogs that their feet are splayed open like this. It's a gene and a trait that we do not continuously need to put into our dogs. At some point in time, we have to start eliminating even the most simple flaws to perfect the breed. That's right, perfect the breed. Not talking about evolving and all this other shit where we make excuses for what's wrong with the dogs. You need to have a better overall dog. So once again, splayed feet are a product of loose ligaments most times. The ligaments are not holding the feet together properly. By the foot not being together properly, the weight displacement is off, which generally will make it shift back onto the pasterns. And it's the equivalent of a person walking on their heels all the time. This causes extra stress on the ankle, which therefore will cause extra stress on the knee, all the way up to the shoulder and through the back. One of the biggest problems about when the dog distorts his body in movement and once it gets to the back is that, believe it or not, it can cause neurological issues because of the extra strain on the spine. This is why you want your dog's movement to be pretty much perfect. You want to have great flow, so the skeletal frame is holding everything in position where it's supposed to be, with the least amount of stress on all of the joints, all of the bones, and including the spine. Well, we'll go into some other shit next time. I hope this helps some of y'all get an understanding of why the feet are so important and what it can lead to as far as other injuries and issues with your dog. Until next time, peace.